to... See who comes in. Hi. I'll just wait. I'll just drink a bit of my coffee and see who comes in. Hi, Fifth World. I've got something weird to show you today off Sean's channel. Well, it wasn't on Sean's, it was on mine, but his channel was on my channel. It was really weird. Really weird, actually. Right, while I'm waiting for people to just come in, I just need to go and find my phone or I won't be able to show you. I'll be back in a minute. I found it. So this morning, I had a bit of a lie-in and I was watching some stuff. Hiya, and I think I was watching Unbiased on the Fence, obviously. I've just been in there before listening because I was painting. My painting's coming along. Some of the other things look weird on it because it's not. I'm not really supposed to be showing you because it's for the art, but I can show you this one because it's only got one face done and the rest aren't, but the picture's totally changed. Hi! Picture's totally changed and will be totally changed. It took me all day to do this. I mean, I've not got that far on it, but it does say up here, Soul Family, which is what I'm going to talk about as well. Oh, isn't she cute? So yeah, so I was watching some art stuff this morning, and I was listening to Unbiased on the Fence. Thank you. And how weird is this? So I was listening to him, watching chat, blah 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 blah. I went and checked on my channel from last night, and I remember someone saying something, so I went and looked on my chat on my video, looking for something. And then I got dead confused and thought, somebody's got a spanner in my chat. And I thought, but I can't. No, this isn't the art night. I've already done it yesterday. I've already done it. This is a bit spiritual chat, so it's already up there. It says follow your art. So I'm looking and I'm thinking, these people aren't even off my chat. I don't recognise any of you. Like, I can see my chat now and I was like, what? So I've took a picture of it. Don't know if you can see. So my face is on it, obviously, but to show you, it's my channel. There's me talking. The chat there, I'm going to enlarge the chat. This is Unbiased on the Fence. This is Shane's people in chat. I'm like, because I heard him talking about, someone was talking about, they were talking about something and they were calling themselves the Pork Chop Gang. Well, the Pork Chop Gang is on mine. Look. They're not the people off my chat. I can't give out spanners. And I'll show you again. And I went on it 3 times and I was like, why is it on my video? See these names? I know Fifth World will recognise it because they're not off my chat. Yeah, it's moderators. We've got someone called, I think it's Alien Intellect. We've got Pork Chop Gang. We've got Paul L or something it is. April Lunsford. Saying Unbiased on the Fence. That's it, yeah. The Golden Shield. The Golden Armour. It was on my chat 3 times. I went over and it'd gone and I thought, how has his chat got on my overlaid over my video. I was like, eh? And I was like, connected. And it just makes me think of soul family, because I do believe there's a lot of us connected around the world, and a lot of people, I've said this before, doing stuff, but I do believe you lot on here especially. Hi Sue, they're trying to stop news, but it's happening from calculating. Oh yeah, they are trying to stop news, but definitely with Fifth World's vids, Stephen Dave's now, Shane, T Taylor, and Imagination War, and loads of other people keep knocking my Wi-Fi. Yeah, well, they're trying to stop truth getting out. That's what they said, didn't they? But I just thought it was really weird. But it just makes me think of that connection to Shane's channel anyway, because I always listen to it in the morning if a new one's gone up. Obviously, because of the time difference, I will try and get in one time, but I'd have to have a nap and then come on. And then I just watched before when they were talking about the Akashi I can never say it, records, but what to talk about tonight? I'm not really going to talk about Q because I'm waiting for a few other things, even though obviously there's lots happening and Q dropped again. And I was re-watching the videos yesterday of Storm Upon Us, or Joe Mass Pose, with all the videos, and the last one is Dark to Light, because he did go dark and now he's come back, because it is about going from the dark to the light. That is really cool. He loves your channel too. Oh, I just love everybody's channel that's trying to put stuff out, and Shane's great anyway, because he's on the fence, the way he does his videos, but the interviewers, who he's interviewing and stuff. But so that happened this morning, and I was like, that's mad. And then I was listening to, do you remember when I was talking about hair in Native American Indians? And I've just seen another video on it. I don't even need to show you. And a guy was talking about the same thing. Yeah, we're all coming together exactly. The same thing about hair and how, let me see if I can find it. And I did do a chat on this ages ago. If people didn't know, I've done a chat on this. I did do a chat on it saying 17 people, it's just gone to 16 as appointed. On the Q map, if anyone's into Q, if anyone's got the Q map, Maria Orkic is on there. I've talked about Maria 17 again, Orkic on there, about the Nazis and how Hitler was interested in her. She wasn't bad. They were trying to do things for humanity, but Hitler got in there and took the information about her getting in apparently in connection with extraterrestrials, like Tesla did, and Tesla knew Maria as well, if you research all that. But what it was with the women that did this, I need to find it, because I saw a snippet of a bit of the video he put up that I haven't seen, and I was like, wow. Yeah, they're antennae, and that's what I talked about. Your hair, you should have long hair. Men should have long hair. Yeah, Maria Orsic. I nearly said all shit. I can't say it. Maria Orsic. I think that's how you say it. I'm not sure. So I'm just going to try and find it. But I did do this chat. I think it was before Christmas, was it? You remember me talking about it? Your hair is your antennae. Maybe that's why Vikings and people had long hair. Native American Indians had long hair. Long hair is an antennae. It is like your nervous system. It's a connection to your nervous system. Think of Avatar, the film. I've said this before. They connect the hair to the animals. They connect the hair to each other. It's part of your nervous system. What do we go and do? Cut it and dye it and fry it, and you put straighteners on it. You're killing that connection off. I've said this before. That's why my hair's naturally curly today. I'll show you it down, because it's a mess because I've washed it. But when I've not done anything to it, obviously it's like but I don't want to dye it anymore. That's why I said I'm definitely going to let the grey come in, because I don't even want to put henna on it, because I just don't want to put anything on it, because I just think you should just leave it natural. Hi. Oh, I've just stuck it up because it's like bouffant. It's just, I've washed it and it's like, woof. But men had long hair as well. And I did tell the story of, thank you. I did tell the story of Native American Indians. There was a story of, I'll just do it quick. No, I don't do a rinse. I don't do anything. I'm just going to let the grey come through. I'm like, just let it be natural, the way it's meant to be. Hi. So the Native American Indians, when the war, they took something, got some of the Native American Indian men to use them as trackers. Now, when they had long hair, their antennae, you know, their connection to everything, nature, thinker, avatar, they could track and find things and know things before it was coming. Because they had long hair. Ooh, I like long hair as well on men. You know, short hair, long hair, but I do like long hair. But because they went in the army, what did they do in the army? What did they do to the men in the army? I don't know if they do it now, but what do they normally do with the men in the army? What do they normally do with the hair? What do they normally do? Let's see if I can find it. They normally cut the men's hair off, don't they? Really, really short. So, when they did this to the Native American Indians, yeah, they cut the hair, or shave it off, they found that they couldn't track anymore. They didn't have these, like, maybe what some people call, like, I don't know, superhuman, you know, senses, sixth sense or whatever. And they couldn't figure out why. And they were like, why? What's happened? What's different? And they're like, well, the only thing is, like, we cut the hair. So they got another one in, another Native American Indian guy in, obviously, long hair. I think they tested him somewhere, put him somewhere, and they had someone track him. And as he was creeping up on him to kill him or hurt him, the Native American Indian, I think he pretended to be asleep, he knew someone was coming, and he killed him or pretended to, because I don't know if it was, he really did kill him or it was just part of it to see if he had those instincts again. And he did, so they knew there was a connection with long hair and short hair. So, when it came in fashion, maybe, you know, I don't know when it came in fashion in the 1920s, I don't know. You know, women started having the haircut really short. This is where it goes back to Maria Orsic, I can't say her name. When they started having it fashion, you know, because we all use this as a fashion accessory now, which it wasn't really a fashion accessory. Started having, you know, them tiny little bobs and stuff. They grew their hair really long at that time. They did not have their hair cut. The girls had the hair down the back. Well, yeah. Yeah, they used to scalp the enemy, didn't they? That's like they haven't got the connect. I didn't think of that, yeah. They haven't got that connection. So they tell us all the things wrong. And if you think about it, beautiful ladies in the Middle East and all that, and parts of, you know, India and all them sort of places, beautiful Sikh girls and all that, they have lovely, long hair. And I do believe in parts of religions and stuff all over, they know about the sacred hair and they grow their hair long and they keep it long, and even Sikh men keep it long, don't they, tied up. But I do believe it's when all that fashion came in, depended on the weather maybe, yeah, on the fashion now. But just let me see if I can find it, because he had a bit of a film of oh, and I didn't know he was a good guy as well. He's put a bit of weight on now, but he's older. The guy who used to play Superman, Dean Cain. I was like, oh, he was on Fox News. I was like, oh, I used to like him. Oh, David Wilcox. David Wilcox, that's something I'll be mentioning because that's about the solar flares. So let me see if I can find this guy talking. Just give me 1 minute. Probably not going to be able to find it, but that's okay. Let me see if I type it in. Hi, I can't think. Let me put. So let me check one more time. But yeah, so I do actually believe that, and I think girls today and men, you know, you have your hair cut off, because it used to be quite masculine. See, people think it's not masculine to have long hair. It was, and just let me see if I can find it. It's got to be on here somewhere. Oh, hair, here it is. Why you should never, cut your hair. So I already went through this and did an actual video on this, but let's just see. It was by a guy called Boreen Calling. I think that's what it is. I'll show you in a minute. Exactly what I said.
Hello everyone. Today I want to talk a bit about the importance of your hair. Your hair is actually an extension of your nervous system and not a fashion item, as some of you might think. It fills your body with life force, so chi,
Life
prana,
Force,
will,
Chi.
or maybe argon, if you will. These are all the same thing. Maria Orsic
That's Maria,
was leader
beautiful.
of the German Vril Society.
The cone shape, look. Energy.
Dedicated to the study and practice of metaphysics and the occult, the Vril Maidens
And I'll
did
tell you
not
something
cut their
about
hair.
Germany and the
They
Alliance in a
flayed it
minute.
up. Their long strands helped facilitate contact with beings from beyond and helped harness what they called Vril. I myself always wanted to keep my hair short. I think this is because my parents were conditioned into thinking that black hair was not beautiful, you know,
Should be
because it
natural.
was too curly or too hard or whatever. And straight hair was more beautiful. But I know now that that's not true. Of course, they make all kinds of chemicals to straighten your hair, to get bigger curls, even to give it another
Be
color. But all
natural.
that it does is it destroys your
Hi,
hair,
John.
and it keeps us blind from what you can do with all your hair. Because if you destroy your hair, you destroy your connecting ability. So
Not that long,
the
Sue.
same goes for any type of bleaching or coloring agent. I would advise you to steer clear from stuff like that because it's not good for you. Growth hormone additives in plants to stimulate faster growth and more yields from Bayer and Monsanto are starting to make everyone go bald at a young age. This was a side effect which served the elite well, with a number of things in mind.
Oh, pesky
One is
elites
to pump
again.
up the billion-dollar hair loss market with pharmaceuticals that are costly, with side effects of impotence. Other products like shampoos and so-called remedies that are designed to fail. The cure for baldness was already discovered in 2010 and was bought and shelved by one of these big companies. This has a psychological effect to keep people in a negative, distressed mood about going bald. The most important thing the elite wanted to achieve was to cut all the men's hair short, or better still, young men going bald was an added bonus. This was the demaning of the lion.
The demaining of the lion. Cutting your hair off.
The mane is the lion's pride and joy. It's the sign of strength of being a male.
Yeah,
When
look at
cut your
bikers. They have
short,
long
they're
hair.
demaning the lion, taking the man out of you. This is why they cut Samson's hair off in the
Right, I
story,
need a biker now
Samson
with
and
long hair.
Delilah. This is why they cut your hair off in the army and in the prison. Now, in modern times, all the males are cutting their hair short, all completely bald. Sheer madness is gripping the world on every
I've got it, Dave.
imaginable level. Not only is it destructive from a psychological point of view, but also hair is an extension of the nervous system. It can be correctly seen as exteriorized nerves, a type of highly evolved feelers or antennae that transmit vast amounts of important information to the brainstem,
The bikers,
the
yeah.
limbic system, and the neocortex. Not only does hair in people, including facial hair in men, provide an information highway reaching the brain,
That's why
hair
people have long
also emits
beards.
energy.
All these yogis.
Electromagnetic
Not got it on
energy
your head,
emitted by the
grow a
brain
beard.
into the outer
Bikers.
environment. This is scientifically
Hi.
well documented. Indians used to grow their hair long. People in the past grew their hair long.
Yes.
Let your kids' hair grow long. It's healthy. Of course, the biblical story of Samson and Delilah comes to mind. I remember when I used to think as a kid, when I heard the story about Samson, I was totally fascinated by the way he lost all his powers after his hair got cut. And there's this story about Native American Indian trackers.
And this is what I was saying. Bonjour.
So what they did is they drafted a whole bunch of Native American guys and put them in the service. They went took them through boot camp. They did everything. Then they went back to basic training, went home, partied up, and they come back in to do
Hi, Tapper.
the other training, the war games and things. So what they found out was that they couldn't do anything. They were like everybody else, show me the way, tell me something so I can do something. not my own environment. So anyway, they did the war games and they just like, forget it, they all died, you know, nothing happened. And so when they went back, the officer said, I thought you told us that these Native American people were good trackers. He said, yeah, it's true. That's what we found out. So they're trying to say, okay, what's the difference? What happened here? What's going on here? And so they did a little study here. Okay, all these guys had hair before they went to service. When they went in there, they shaved it all off. So they said, oh, maybe that's the thing. Go back and do another research and find out, give us some good trackers. So when they came back with the research, the same results was that these Native American men were good trackers. So what they did, they drafted a whole bunch of men in the service again. This time they didn't cut their hair. They didn't cut their hair. They let it go because it was an experiment. So when they did their basic training, they went out back home, they come back in, they did the war games, and they won every little game that ever was put up against them. And one of the things that they did was they had feelings. We have this feeling something's going to happen. Let's go over here. And they would surprise their attackers. They would win these war games because they had their hair. So they came up with the result that your hair acts as little antennas out into the auric fields of others.
Here's a typical test the Native Americans would undergo. The recruit is sleeping out in the woods. An armed enemy approaches the sleeping man. The long-haired man is awakened out of his sleep by a strong sense of danger and gets out of the way long before his enemy is close, long before any sounds of the approaching enemies are audible. In another version of this test,
I'll have a look in a minute.
senses an approach and somehow intuits that the enemy will perform a physical attack. He follows his sixth sense and stays still, pretending to be sleeping, but quickly grabs the attacker and kills him as the attacker reaches down to strangle him. This same man, after having passed these and other tests, then received a military haircut and consistently failed these tests and many other tests he had previously passed.
So I hope that shows you how important it is to grow your hair. I know that some people have bald spots, but it would still benefit you to grow the rest of your hair out. Also, people with bald spots are usually men, so you can grow your beard in addition to that. If you think you will not be able to do it because of your job or the way you need to look, maybe you should just reconsider that. Maybe you should talk to your
yeah.
and ask him if it's actually that weird to
That popped up this morning. I've already actually reported on that. Just let me have a look, Tapper, because like I said, I don't get alerts on it or anything. Let me have a look. I'll be talking about that in a minute, Dave, all that sort of stuff. It's funny because when I used to watch Cowboys and Indians with my granddad, I showed you the picture of dressed up as Indians as a little girl, which is, let me see if it's about. Yeah. Looking a bit moody, may I add, but we used to watch Cowboys and Indians all the time on TV with my granddad because he loved it, and we used to watch the film Young Guns and all that. And it's funny because I never fancied Emilio Estevez and all that. I fancied the guy, I don't know what his name is, sorry, the guy who was the Indian guy in it with the long hair. That's who I liked. Oh, wrong picture. Yeah, I used to watch westerns all the time. Bonanza and I don't know, just a load of stuff with my granddad. This isn't my granddad in the picture, but it's me and my sister looking a bit like, dressed as Indians. Hey, fam. Yes, I know about the genocide of the Native American Indians because, you know, like what I've been talking about on my channel, these elites and people, they tell us history and they tell us a load of lies. They were the good people, they knew about the star people. So when you think about it, yeah, I grew up watching westerns, was into all that. Maybe I was. But if you think about it, we were born with hair all over your body. You know, you have hair everywhere, apart from on the palms of your hands and the palms of your feet, because you have tiny little hairs everywhere. You know, tiny little hairs, not just all your long hair. Why? Why do we have hair? Why weren't we just born with no hair? because it's part of your nervous system. It's an antennae. It's, you know, when you say, oh, my hair stand up on end when you feel something, does that not make sense now? I know this doesn't stand up on end, but it makes sense, doesn't it? And years and years and years back, we did have longer hair. People like Native American Indians, people in the Middle East, Vikings, whatever. They all had long hair. The men had long hair. The men look gorgeous with long hair. Yeah. You know, it was manly to have long hair. Now they go, oh, no, it's not. Yes, it isn't. It's like someone just mentioned the bikers. They're smart. They've got their feelers out. They've got their antennae out everywhere. Good thinking, Dolly. Yeah, now I get it. Get it more than ever. Like, why the hell have we got hair? You go, oh, you know, your hair stand up on end. Well, obviously because it's an antennae. Don't plants have little tiny hairs on them? Animals, plants have little tiny. If you get a plant out of your garden, you look at the stem, they've got tiny, tiny little sort of like hair. Same thing, isn't it? So they can feel, you know, it's their antennae. Yes, Fifth World. If it's curly or straight, mine's curly, wavy. It's not mega curly today because I've just I had it tied up and twisted. What I did today was, my hair's really curly, but what I did today was, I don't like putting heat on it anymore, was pulled it to the side when it was wet, split it, and do this with it, even though it's all bunched up now. Put a bubble in it, just let it dry like that, and then it goes like this, because I don't like putting heat on it, because it ruins your hair. Thanks, but it is like everywhere. I'm just growing it out, growing it long, letting the grey come in, whatever it does, I'm just going to let it do it. Now it's a fashion, think about it. So Maria Orkic, or whatever her name was, the Vril Society, people will say, if you saw that video, oh, it was a swastika sign. Remember, that was a Buddhist sign from years ago anyway, that he took and he used and changed it a little bit on its side or whatever. And also, he actually used her. She was for humanity, like Tesla was. Tesla actually knew her. But he said, you can carry on doing what you're doing, but we want to know what your investigations are. If you're in contact with what you're in contact, or how you use your powers, we want to know. So, and he probably fancied her as well, because she was very pretty. So, I just find that all very, very interesting. So, but I have talked about that before, and that just popped up this morning. I thought, what do girls do now? Like I said, in the 1920s, whatever, they started cutting it short. It was a fashion statement. You started cutting your hair, then we started colouring it, bleaching it. That's why I had to have all my hair cut off at the beginning of my YouTube channel, when I had really short hair and I hated it, because of bleach. So you're putting chemicals on your hair, you're putting shampoos on your hair. When you're in the shower, the water's hitting you on the back of the head, with fluoride in it, which isn't good for your hair. Like, that's what I'm saying, we can't escape it. That's why we need clean water and clean air, if you know what I'm saying. So it's good sometimes to wash your hair with bicarbonate of soda, and rinse it with distilled water is good. You know, it'll help a little bit. Like Dave said, black seed oil is good for your hair. I did get some. I learned you something today. Well, I did do that chat on the Native American Indians, but I just thought of that before, about your hairs everywhere and they stand up on end when you're like, oh, that went right through me, or this, that and the other. So why do we have hair? That must be the reason. And they want you to cut your hair now, and then they've got women. Think about this one. Women putting hair extensions in the hair because the hair's short because they've had it cut, or they've messed it up, so then they wear hair extensions. Cutting other people, and I don't like that, because you've got false hair in your hair. If it's the false hair, the plastic hair, you've got plastic in your hair. Plastic's bad for everything anyway. It's not real hair. It's not connected to your hair, so it's not an antennae. Or you've got real hair off someone else's head. That they do that in places in, you know, women's gorgeous hair off to sell to other countries. I don't like it. Sorry if you've got hair extensions in. I don't like it. They're getting in everywhere, aren't they? Oh, we'll cut your hair for selling that. Yes, they might get money for it, but I still think it's not especially if you're wanting to use your own hair as an antennae, that isn't going to work. Yes, for wigs and things for people who've lost hair and stuff like that, but for a fashion statement, I don't like it. I don't like it. And then ladies were there straightening our hair, putting heat on your hair, frying your antennae, dyeing it, bleaching it, you know? So there you go. Well, there goes my wig. Well, think about it. Plastic's the one thing they're getting around the world everywhere. It's used to wrap everything in, you know. You can get plastic hair, you know, synthetic hair, I'm trying to say. That doesn't work for us, does it? More natural stuff, please. I just don't like it. I see girls and I think, just grow your hair out. It took me a long time, quite a while to grow my hair out, but I kept having it cut. But you've just got to let it go. You don't have to have your hair cut every 6 weeks. If you're growing it out, just let it grow. I cut mine myself. You've got a few split ends on, cut it. You can go for a trim now and again, but you don't have to go to the hairdressers like every whatever. That's if you want to grow your hair out. I'm not saying you do, but I'm just saying that's the hair thing. What else did I have? I had Soul Family and the event. So I'm just going to check my emails. I'll leave the event till last. So Soul Family, I was just saying at the beginning that, you know, let me have a look. I do believe, like I said at the beginning, that soul families are people who start resonating with certain channels and start meeting other people in, yeah, I don't, Sue, not anymore. Saves me a load of money as well. You know, you start resonating on, I've got people saying, oh no, I don't believe in that, you know, people are connecting, I don't care what anyone says, you know, like, people have different take on things, it doesn't mean people are wrong. What's this? I don't know. Is it the Catholic Intelligence Agency? 17K views. Is this it, Tapper? Is this the video? The Catholic Intelligence Agency, which I'm laughing at because it's got 17K views. You had me looking through all my old pictures today, Dolly, and I'm going to make a vid. Oh, good. Yeah, right. 17K views. Can't write this stuff, can you? Right. What's this?
Catholic Intelligence Agency, Catholics in Action. Is the CIA truly American? For decades, Jesuit affiliates of the Roman Catholic Church have directed the CIA.
And it's not Jews people, it's the Zionists who are the, you know, them ones.
Are Jesuits today the same as Jesuits of the past? Are you familiar with the Jesuit oath? Its devious plans to control the wealth of the nations, enslave.
That's why the Vatican's at the top of the queue map.
The world. Pope Francis is a Jesuit. Should we be alarmed that the institution the Pope heads also controls the CIA? The CIA's mission is to identify and destroy terrorists and fundamentalists. Pope Francis likewise, and defines them as those who believe in absolute truth, end-time prophecies of Daniel and the Revelation.
Right, end-time prophecies. Right, so if you want to go and watch that, that was by, because I won't play all of it, because it's not what I was going to talk about, but where's that just gone now? Hang on, because like I said, you watch Edge, you wonder if you're onto Q, and you've got the map. I've had this for since last year, since last January. Right at the top of everything, look, there's the CIA. Right at the top, the Vatican. And underneath that is the Jesuits, the Society of Jesus. And then it's a black nobility. So, which is Pelosi, isn't she part of that? Something like that. But yeah, because people go on about Jews and Zionists and this, that and the other. It's the Zionists you've got to worry about, not Jewish people. And that's why I was wondering, the Queen said last year that she doesn't eat shellfish and she doesn't eat this and she doesn't eat that, when she was doing something last year on TV, and I was like, why does she not eat Oh, kosher food. don't eat shellfish because you only eat fish that Jesus or God or whatever said fish with scales on. You know, shellfish doesn't have scales on it. So she's Jewish, but we all know that because they're German anyway. But is she a Zionist? We all know about that family, don't we? Just saying anyway. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. So that was on a channel called, if you want to check it out, I'll show you because it was this channel that Tappet sent over. Can't say it, so I'll show you. With 17k views. Now it'll be 18 now, I've looked at it. Aplan truth dot information. So it's Aplan truth, or one word, dot information channel if you want to go and check that out. But yeah, Soul Family, because like I was saying before, Soul Family, I believe, is us all coming together, coming up, finding channels like I see Dave in chat on Unbiased on the Fence and that, and I just think it's great. And I heard Shane talking today about Fifth World, what's it called when they regress people, but the thing he does, the D something, I don't know what it's called. It's brilliant about like past lives. You can go back or your past lives, or you could even be talking to now and you could be communicating with VTs, whatever you want to call them, over selves. I don't know what we call them these days, but something from a different dimension or a different frequency. QHHT. Oh, QHHT, and it starts with the Q. It just sounds amazing. They must do it in the UK. I'd love it. I don't know if the day to go to, but it sounded really good. And the one I saw today or this morning was the one where I can't remember, the lady had like channeled the girl who was on her ship at 10 and what she was saying about what's going on. Sort of went on about the shift, which I'll go into next, the event. Or do they do it in the UK? I wonder how much it is. But quantum something. Oh, quantum. Yeah, probably will be because they say Q's quantum. Yeah. So it goes on to talk about the shift or the event or whatever you want to call it, the ascension. It's all the same thing. Dolly, did you want to about not having moderators? No, what it was at the beginning was I haven't got moderators because I can't get it on this tablet. But when I looked on my chat from last night and I was checking the chat, 'cause sometimes I do, the chat wasn't my chat. It was Sean's off Unbiased on the Fence overlaid. It was on my chat, and I was like, who are those people? I can't give spanners out. It was really weird. Higher self aliens in the past lives, very yeah, that sort of thing. Whatever you want to call it, because who really knows, you know, what we say it is. And it's really, really interesting. So I called the event, the shift, the ascension. It's been going on for years because people have been going, it's when people put a date on it, because I've seen channels where, oh yeah, it was going to happen in 2012, it was going to happen in 2015 in July, and then everyone gets sick of hearing it. A bit like Q, because everyone, it's not Q says the dates, everyone assumes that's what's the thing is with Q, but we know something's coming to head soon with what's going on there. That's why I'm not really talking about Q tonight. I've seen a funeral card on Twitter saying it was coming from Ginsberg House, but I think we all know about that, you know, and other stuff. But I'm just waiting for a few things to happen to have a longer chat on all that stuff. So the ascension, the shift, the event, to me, it's moving to a high frequency. When you first start looking into it, it's like, oh my God. I mean, some people say, well, we're getting on ships, we're doing that. Maybe we are, but maybe we won't know. Maybe it's just an ascension in frequency. I think I see it more as a ascension in frequency. I can't explain because my sister came around today, unexpected, for a brew and that and a little chat. And I was talking to her about it. And even though she's not into Q, she knows all about this stuff, because me, my sister and my dad was always into, he was into Tai Chi years ago, wax man. I know he's not been on for a bit, but I think he's been busy and stuff. And he used to have book. He used to do Tai Chi. He used to have bonsai trees. He used to read a lot of the Cellophane prophecies and all that sort of stuff, and give us books on that sort of stuff. So we've always been into sort of little things, you know, knew that life does go on. You don't just, I've never believed you just die, you pass over. That's why it's called the passing, or passing to the other side. passing over to a different frequency or whatever. Yeah, he's all right. He's had a bit of a cold, and family's had a bit of a cold, so a bit of sniffles and that. So he's all right. But I just think it's moving to a high frequency. Like I said last night when I came on for a little chat, I believe things are good are coming in, and to be on that high frequency. See, some people say it is all about living in love. Even my sister said today we had a good conversation about it. She was like, "Yeah, I just believe. No, I've always believed that. The highest level is love. Here is She was like, here is and I don't speak to my sister about this a lot. She was like, here is like good and bad, but you can choose, because as we know, you can choose when you're here. It's choice, it's your own free will, it's duality. But when you're in a high frequency of love, there is nothing else. It's just bright light. There is no light and dark. It's just light. You don't know. But I do believe in that thing where we came here knowingly, but as soon as you come here, you forget. And then you've got to remember yourself and what you are, a truly powerful spiritual being having a physical experience here. And sometimes we have to see the bad things to remember what the good is. And I mean, if you don't, and you like being maybe what we call is bad and doing bad things, then when this sun flare or whatever's comes in to change the frequency, they will stay there and we will shift. And I don't even believe it's in all that. Some people are really like, oh, you've got to be as good and no sins ever and this, that and the other and don't swear and all that. No. I said to my sister, I swear, I can swear. I probably said things to some people in the past that might have hurt them, this, that, and this. It's not things like that. I said yesterday, the evil, those ones that we know about, doing them horrible things, if you know what I'm talking about, they're evil. They know what they're doing and they carry on doing it. When we do things sometimes, just silly little things like white lies and stuff like that, you do think about stuff. And I said, if God cracked you open like an egg, he'd see the essence. Like, I can swear, I can get mad sometimes, like we all do in 3D. But it's your intention behind. Even if you're getting mad with someone, I was talking to a friend the other day. Goes, oh, you can get dead mad about things sometimes, like this, that, and the other. And it's like, yes, but the essence in me behind me getting mad is not me being mad because I'm a horrible person. It's like, but I believe this, and I'm like, whoa, and it's like, if God cracked me open, he would see the proper essence of who I really am, which is what I want for me and my family and the world and everybody, is love. Sometimes, yeah, it is about talking nicely to people and stuff like that, but sometimes you just get so mad, but it's okay. It's okay. I feel like we're all on this chat. Thank you, John, because that's what I was saying about soul family. When people resonate in people's chats, it's because we all know something's going on, or we all believe in the same sort of thing. Don't have to be on the same sort of belief, but we know something's going on. Like, yeah, love and peace is all we need. Exactly, Tapper. That's what it's all about. So as long as your intentions are good behind it, even if you're getting mad, if you're a sort of person who, these people that they kill people, they do all this to kids, they're not even bothered. They don't even think one thing about it. They're the people who will be getting eradicated off this earth. They will be the people that will not be moving with the frequency. They will be people who've been making bunkers under the ground. Because I watched David Wilcox today. Another one popped up about the solar flares. Now, I don't know. I know it's in biblical writings, and he said it was in one of the Indians or like Middle Eastern stuff, because it's in a lot of religions about the solar flares, this, that and the other. They always show films, don't they, of us like a nuclear war and we're all blowing up and we all get blasted, fire and all that. Maybe it's a frequency of light that when it hits, if you're not in that frequency, you'll either, I don't know, disintegrate, stay in 3D, but the ones who are holding the light, the truth, who want love and peace for the world and knowingly, even if you do swear now and again and this, that, and the other, it doesn't matter. It's your intentions, it's your moral compass at the end of the day will move to that frequency. The reason, because think about it, they have bunkers underground. Everyone said, yeah, that's for the, for the nuclear war that they were going to make. They were going to make a false one, weren't they? A nuclear one. The natural one coming would not eradicate us off the earth. It'll just take the bad ones. Evil entities, negative entities, these elites, whatever you want to call them, they don't like the light. They don't like love. They don't like the light. They don't like truth. They cannot hold this bright white light. So that's why I believe they were making bunkers under the ground. Also because they were doing a nuclear one, which luckily Trump and Q and all that knew about it, and so did they, because we've seen the videos if anyone's on Tweeties where they took things out of the sky and stuff. It's a massive event with lots involved on this realm and up there. That's what I believe. They were trying to make a false one come in, which is a nuclear one. The natural one, sun flares, whatever it is, who truly knows. I believe if it does, will we, because I'm going to jump in chat in a minute, will we see it? Someone said it could be like a DMT trip when it happens, because remember Q said the last one will be magical. A DMT trip like would be like seeing things, but that would be what it truly is, the way it's always meant to be. So what do people think about the shift, the event, the ascension? What do you all think? And it doesn't matter what anyone's opinions are, it's just what do you think? Because I think it's a frequency. I don't know if we'll see it or we'll just feel it for a bit, or it'll just happen. And like today, the sky was beautiful in the UK. It's cold, yeah. Beautiful sky. I didn't see any chemtrails. It was beautiful. It's beautiful. It was like waking up to a new world. I was like, and I'll talk about the new world. I'm going to mention my dream again before I go, because I did write that on Shane's channel today about that dream that I had about the new world, and I've never had that dream since, or whatever it was. The event is already yeah, it is happening. Yeah, it is happening. People think, yeah, sorry, before anyone goes on, because I'll have to go back. I'll read you answers. Yes, the event is happening. It's been happening for many years. Everyone said, oh, it's been there. I think we're slap bang right in the middle of it, nearly, because everyone's been saying for years, oh, the event, oh, I'm getting sick of it now. They said it was them, we said it was them. We're going through it. We are going through it. That's why you may be up and down. You may be up and down. I've had people text me and saying, I'm in a bad place at the minute. It's like, just keep watching stuff that keeps you happy, because I do believe that anything that keeps you happy, watching anything, doing anything, you've got to do everything that makes you happy, makes your heart sing. Yeah, magical times, Q. Magical times. The last one will be magical, Q said. So let me read some of your comments. It's an electric magnet. Yeah, pole shift equator will not move. We are going from magnetic. Do you electric? Yeah, well, the universal electric wave, all that. Yeah, that makes sense as well. Being where you want to be able to explain it, I can get. I do live video, but to show you my wig. Oh, just send it in a email. Peeps, did everyone see SCOTUS? Big red wave now tweet about flat Earth. Oh, where's that on? Let me have a look. I feel there are signs of something bigger to come. Awesome. Oh yeah, there are signs, yeah. Magical times. We have underground bunker in the UK. Yeah, well, they're all over the world, aren't they? Over 200 miles long, and they take people. Check out Miles Johnson. Yeah, they do take people. I believe that's where people who, because I think we're supposed to live long ago as well. But all these bunkers are all over the world, because there's tunnels under the ground, there's bunker systems, there's a network of tunnels around the world, because that's how they traffic people as well. The sun's cooling. Yes, electric universe. The sun's cooling. It could be because they keep going about global warming when it doesn't seem to be getting warmer to me. I'll leave at 12 to go UFO hunting. Oh, you'll have to tell us about UFO hunting. Saturn had a magnetic pole. It was controlling all of us. Yes, because Saturn, they say some say is Satan, and it was controlling us. Controlling us. I just got the tumour. Yeah, I've heard that before. Paul. Yeah, I've seen them vids. Yeah, the Ascension Cosmic Flash this year. Yeah, and I've heard it called a Cosmic Flash as well. They sell them copper mugs in World Coast shows like Hammer Effects. Yeah, mine's Hammer Effects too. Yeah, that's good. Got mine on eBay, but yeah. It's Fifth World. There was also a volcano eruption. There's been loads of things planetary happening around the world, so it's happening, people. I've heard Jupiter is supposed to be Archangel Michael. Yes, celestial. They call planets celestial bodies. And the flat Earth thing is, why, if the world is flat, and it's not a globe. The reason why they say it was a globe, because I believe it will take away from God, because they're the Antichrist, don't forget, the elites, because the Antichrist, they don't believe in God, God source, Christ, whatever you call it, is, in the Bible, it's more of a plane, isn't it? So if it was a globe, it'd take away that God's not real, God source, whatever you want to call it, because they're the Antichrist. The Antichrist coming in was the New World Order, because the people in the New World Order don't believe in Christ, consciousness, Christ, God, God source. They believe in Satan. So that's what the Antichrist was when everyone's like, the Antichrist coming in. The Antichrist was New World Order, ain't coming in anymore. Oh, because we ain't letting it happen. Yes. Oh yes, I do believe it is. I was a bit like, yeah, no, yeah, sit on the fence. But it's a plane, isn't it? They put it in out there in films all the time, in bloody Asgard, what's it called? The guy that I love, Thor, the Rainbow Bridge. What's in Antarctica? What's the aurora borealis lights? When I was saying the other day that water is a crystal fluid. That's what I said the other day. That's what I realised. Water. The scientists don't really know what water is. Water is a fluid crystal. It reflects light, holds sound and frequency. So it is a crystal liquid. That's why you can put intentions on it and drink it. Yeah, because no big channels would acknowledge it if they still won't. That's why I realise that they're telling big lies. Exactly. Hang on a minute. And another reason we know why water is a crystal fluid is because when it freezes, you get crystals from it. When it snows, you get snowflakes. Dr. Emoto, frozen, did the crystals on the Dr. Emoto, water experiment, froze crystals. So this is life source. And it's all over the planet and it's free. Why are they poisoning our rivers? Why are they poisoning our seas? Why are they poisoning the skies? Because of the crystal liquid, crystal fluid, water. We all need it. Plants need it. Animals need it. We need it. Gaia needs it. What is it? It's a conductor. It holds light, frequency and sound like stars do and stuff. You can run your car off it, remember? Free energy. Yeah, because the sugars aren't greedy yet. Is it drawn to fear? That is why they're putting so much out of it. Is literally drawn to bad feelings. Yep. That's why they put us in fear all the time. They're pumping stuff out all the time to keep you in fear, because that thing Shane did off Unbiased on the Fence, that woman saying about above, some of them feed off negative energy, like a high for them. A bit like with the adrenochrome thing with the elites down here, same thing going on. Yeah, fear runs their lines naturally, exactly. This is why we're becoming crystallized, to rise above it. Exactly. Oh, and I said to my sister today about shiny hands. I got my torch out and give me a hand, because she believes in that anyway. Even though I don't talk too much about this, she still believes we're moving to a high frequency without me even telling her. Because, like I said, me and my sister have always been into believing that sort of stuff. Always grew up in the army, around nature, in the countryside, running around in nature. So we've always been like that. She looked at her hand and I put the light on her. It's doing it now. And she was like, "What's that?" And I was like, "You tell me." She was like, "I've never seen that before. People say it's sweat glands. It's not your sweat." She went, "Oh my God. Oh my God." A friend who was round the other day, his hand was really, 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 really glittery, because this person has a lot of water, a lot of fruit and everything. And, I was just like, she was like, "Oh my God. Oh my God." My sister was shocked. So Dad, when you're listening to this, she was shocked. She was like, "I'm going to tell my boyfriend." I went, "Don't tell him, because he's just got an amazing." But it's all right, because he's already at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? And don't forget, a lot of these things that were good. I heard something going on about Ra before. I think that was on Shane's channel, Ra, and maybe we live on God's Raz. It was a consciousness once, and it was the eye of God is, and maybe if you think about the lens of eye, maybe we're flat and that's the dome and all these things, and then they try and twist things and make out Ra was evil or this was bad because that's what they do. And some secret societies may have been trying to hide truth from the baddies, and they get in there and everything gets twisted up. That's what gets on my nerves. I've been drinking distilled water a lot and feel sick. Yes, you will if you drink distilled water. This is distilled. So, but if because someone mentioned something, I just thought the other day they mentioned something about crystal water, and I thought crystal fluid. I thought that's what water is. It's a crystal fluid. Whenever light reflects off water, it holds frequency, sound, and light. Is that not what we do as well? Crystalline DNA. Just saying, it just sort of made sense to me. I don't know. I awoke when I moved to a new house which had water filter. It's so rare for Scotland as our water is awesome. Perhaps it helped wake me up. Yeah, it might have done. Even though I say to be better, get a distiller. You can get a distiller off eBay for about 50 quid. It's about this big. I don't drink tap water. Yeah, to get the true effect of distilled water, you need to drink at least 2 litres or more a day. It talks about, yeah. Maybe that's why my joints are bad on my knees, Dave, because I don't drink that much. I've been quite bad for a week. I drink it, but I've not been drinking enough. I'm trying to put down my coffee again. I know coffee's not bad for you, really, proper coffee, not this rubbish coffee we get, but I got to drink my water more. Whose water is very bad and dirty? It's the cup. My water's not bad, it's distilled. If it looks a bit foggy in here, it's because I've got all hand marks all over my glass. It tastes nicer. I give up. What are you saying? Freeze tap water, then freeze distilled and see the difference. Oh yeah, well, I've shown everyone the difference. If you wipe out your distiller, put tap water in it, wipe it out after you've done it, it's full of dirt. It's disgusting. Plants look sick in tap water. I feed my plants distilled water, and that's why, I mean, I don't, maybe orchids are glittery, but I just never noticed that my plants were glittery. Maybe it was, but I'm just like, I still like it. Now that's what your hands start looking like. Yeah, they're orchids from Morrison's. Beautiful. Love orchids, favourite flowers. But when I look at my hands when they're glittering, I can sit there in awe going, oh my God. I think Dave said you've got it on your face, didn't you? And my sister said when she came in, she went, oh, I've been messing around with clay because she arts, glitter and stuff. She went, I said, go and wash your hands, come back in and look at them. So she'd washed her hands, she wasn't sweating. And then it looked like it wasn't there. I said, wait a minute. And she went, oh my God. She went, what's that? I went, see, with the ascension, do you think we're changing anyway, whether people know it or not? If you get what I'm saying. Like, we haven't got a say in it. It's going to move over because it's changing to what it should be, what it always should have been. That's what I think. Going to have dinner night. Bye, Kathleen. I got it all over my body, Dolly. I bet that's because you drink more water. Oh, I can see it on the top of my hands today. Oh. Oh, I've not seen it on the top of my hands. I just saw it then in this light. Oh. Because I do check now and again if it's gone anywhere else, but because I'm talking about it, it likes that. Oh. You all know if you can see it yourself on yourself, and I can never catch it when in this light, but it just makes me happy when I see it. I'm like, woohoo! I don't know where I get my water from, but I put it in a distilling machine. I don't buy distilled water in a bottle because it's in plastic. Ever since I've been detoxing and raised my vibration, meditating, Dolly. Yeah, I need to do more meditation. I do it, but I don't do a lot of it. And I need to drink more water because I just need to drink more water. That's probably why they say don't have this much water. You'll flood your lungs or whatever. But I do believe this ascension thing. I just think we're all swapping over to it anyway. But it helps quicker if you're helping with the right things that go along with it. Dolly, will you be my Valentine's? You could all be my Valentine's on Valentine's Day. Ever since, but yeah, I just love it, and I seem to think when I'm happy or really vibrating or talking about something that I like, I'm like, oh, it's shinier. Ah. And it does make me think of the film Twilight where he goes in the sun and all his face is glittery. Yeah, well, which picture did you mean? Did you mean the painting that I was trying to do at first? Or did you mean the one in the book where it ended up being a little, well, a little thing? If your water cold or at room temperature. My water, I put my water in the fridge, so I always have it cold. I don't know if I should leave it at room temperature, I don't know, but I do prefer it cold. But the one I was painting on has changed dramatically because it looks nothing like it did before, and I'm still doing it, so I will be doing cute little paintings. I want to fill my wall up as well, so when I start doing my art side more, you'll be able to see the artwork behind me. 2-hour drive, good UFO hunting. I meditate every day recently, started. Right, so what do you all do for meditating? I mean, you can meditate anywhere and doing anything, but what do you all do when you're meditating? Does anyone visualize anything? Do you just sit with yourself, when it's peaceful and you just, have a good time, Cross. What do you all do? Do you put candles on? Do you have music on? Do you sit in the quiet? I do a thing where if the sun's up in the morning, close my eyes and look at the sun just under your eyelashes and it looks like crystals. And I've seen things moving about. It's weird, but it's good. So who meditates and what do you do? The secret is to quiet the mind. Yeah, it is to quieten the mind. And they say, don't they? That's what I've been learning too. If a thought comes in, just observe it. Don't just let it go. Just be like, hi thought, whatever thought comes in. It's nice to quieten the mind. It's too noisy and busy. Yeah, sometimes I have to lie down because, my knee's bad at the minute, so sitting cross-legged and all that. Not that you have to sit cross-legged. Sometimes I like to lie on the floor. I use mantra. I let source light come and flow when I connect down to the earth, the core, and bring. I've done that thing where I've sat down and envisioned a white light come through the top of my head, coming from the body. You can imagine a white light. And one time I did it ages ago. My head started going like this. And I must have looked like this, my face must have looked like this with my eyes closed. because I just felt quite blissful. Then I build a protective dome and love and light on my house. Yeah, so you get no negative energies. That's why I've got the old, might do it tomorrow actually, the old, wherever it's gone, where is it? Don't know where it is. Where is it? Oh, here, it's here. The little sage. Have you never done it, Sue? It's good. Quieten your mind. What did it say about Michael Jackson said in that song? He said, where is it? Man in the Mirror. Oh, what are the words now? If you... Something like if you can't open your heart, you can't quieten the you can't... Something to do with the mind. I'm looking for the piece of paper I wrote it on. Let's see if I can find it. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. Just close your eyes and picture yourself floating above the ground and observe what you see, then fly to where you want to go. I go and sit on the clouds and look at stars. Ooh! I'm just... It's in the Michael Jackson song, Man in the Mirror. And I actually don't... I did write it down. Something about... If you don't open your heart... You can't close your mind. Because your mind you need to close off. It's your heart that you feel with. If you get what I'm saying. It works very powerful and peaceful. Following the breath. Yeah, breath is a big thing. Meditation is good if your mind is going wild. Yeah. Otherwise, mantra meditation gives you... Yeah, because some people find it hard to switch off as well. To like quieten the mind. It was like the other day when I was painting. I had a 432 music on with bird song in it. Oh, that's why I've got this here, my little magnet. Because my handmade little hummingbird. Because I was painting in the flow of things, and for 1 minute I just thought, oh, I need to see what birds are singing. I thought, oh no, I've got music on. I literally thought I was in a forest full of birds. I just forgot where I was. But that's why I love the hummingbird. They call it, is it the, like, frequency of Earth as well? Probably why I made one. I've got a thing about birds at the minute. I woke up this morning, birds tweeting, singing, really loud. Yesterday, just birds all around my house. I just love them because birds' song is very powerful. And me seeing good things coming for the world, I just hear birds all the time, see birds flying everywhere, which just, you know, I just think that's a powerful message because it just is, isn't it? It's like in the Bible, you know, when what was it, the dove found the piece of what do you call it, the you know, looking for land. Birds are still about, we're still about. You say about bees, and that also goes for the birds as well. Bird song is very powerful. I like listening to that when you're meditating, or that's medicine as well. You just sit and listen to the bird. That's what you could do as meditation anyway. I listened to them birds this morning. I just zoned out, you know, zoned out the cars and everything, and I was just like listening to them birds. It's good medicine. Birdies. I've got to make some more of these fridge magnets. Yeah. Crows. Crow magnet. When you meditate and you learn, it will come. It's like driving a car, taking your friend at the same time. Before you know it, you have drove 10 miles and you realise you can't remember driving it. The Birds are signalling start of spring, or it is about to start. Yeah, which is rebirth. Which is rebirth. With the start of the ascension, people, like a magnet. Well, the dream I had, if anyone remembers this, and I'm going to repeat it again, is last year, middle of last year, can't remember, when I was still bigger on Q and stuff like that. I've still got the light on. It was all this talk about, you know, learning about the event and this, that, and the other, and what people were saying. Oh, we're going to another planet, this, that, and the other. I do even believe the planet's going along with the ascension. Rebirthing again is, if anyone doesn't remember, I went to sleep. My mum was on the floor because she had slept on this thing on the floor. She doesn't sleep well. That night I was so relaxed. I was listening to my breathing, and it's like I sunk into my bed. And I was asleep but not asleep. I knew I was awake, but I had my eyes closed. And then I was seeing loads of colours and lights, and it was dark, but all like neon lights, like electric, going through a tunnel, and all these lights were going around. And I just remember thinking it was like going through a tunnel. And I could look out and see things like there was a window. It wasn't a window, but you could just see out. And I saw this, yes, it was a globe, but whatever, I'm just saying. It was white, bright light. But I remember looking at it and thinking, oh my God, it's beautiful. And it was full of vegetation. And I remember thinking at the time, because I was asking the question yeah, that's what I think it was, astral travelled, but I haven't done it since, well, I might have done, but not remembered. And I was smiling, and I remember thinking, because I'd asked the question before I went to sleep, something about New Earth, what is New Earth, are we going to New Earth? So, yeah, so I remember thinking, oh, hang on a minute, it's Earth, and it's beautiful, and why would I want to go anywhere else? So it's as if I went back, as if to say, you'll be here to help the ascension, because it's Earth that's going to ascend, and you're going to ascend with it, with that new Earth. It's not a new world order that was theirs. It's a new Earth, rebirth. It's a new frequency of Earth. Like the pyramids used to work years ago, something new may come in, because those pyramids don't work anymore. So when some people get caught up in the older stuff, yeah, that was ancient civilization, but we've got new stuff that can put the frequency around the Earth. That's what used to do it, and the pyramids didn't go down like this. They were smooth. But they don't work anymore, because they made sure that they didn't work anymore, did they? We have new technologies that can help. Oh, thank you, Dave. It took, yeah, well, I just remember, the funny thing was, when I woke up, I was so relaxed. I remember it was, I could feel myself smiling my head off. When I told my mum, she said she only sleeps about 2 hours at night. She doesn't sleep well because of aches and pains and stuff. And she even said, she went, I felt really relaxed last night. And I think that was my energy, because I was so relaxed. I was smiling. I was dead happy. And she said she'd never felt that relaxed. And she was in my bedroom on the floor, sleeping on the floor. And I just think, well, she must have. And she said it was really weird. And I was like, by observing our own thoughts, you can learn to quiet the mind by learning to let thoughts go. Yep. Oh, I don't know. Hey, it's not about becoming famous. I haven't got that many. You know what them lot are like who are famous. I just like talking. And I said to my sister today, well, if they say you have a plan, and everybody's plan is something different, like people can channel, people can do this, people can do that. I can't even say maybe mine was to come on here. Well, it obviously was, because I didn't know why I was doing a YouTube channel. And if it's helped anybody research or look at stuff to get on a high frequency, then that's what it's about. Everything's in balance. Like I said, here in 3D, we used to be in balance. And then they crept in, don't we? You know who. And they took over. And they've tried, like you can see it all over the globe at the minute, everything going mad, because they're trying to censor people, trying to do this, you can't do this, you can't do that. It's gone batshit crazy. It's not in balance. It's about going back to balance, being in a frequency. But balance, you can't be, toppling each other. Like I said, the pendulum's up here, it's about to swing back. It's been going, got to the pinnacle. That's what I was saying about the event. They always portray it as this thing that, you know, is going to blow you off the earth, we're all going to disintegrate. It's like I said before, you know, a nuclear bomb going off and everything blows up like they show it all in the films. Yeah, they were going to do that with uranium or whatever you call it and blame it on Russia. They were going to do that and then they were going to go under the bunkers, weren't they, when all that happened. But there's a natural one. Solar flash, cosmic flash, whatever you want to call it. That upgrades us to the next frequency that we should have been and maybe should have done ages ago. That's what I think. That's what I believe. Having millions of subs doesn't sound fun. Can you imagine? It'd be alright if you had a super chat. But imagine how many people would be in. Whoa, I don't know. I'm just glad I have a chat that, you know, near enough everybody gets on and everybody's nice. I mean, if you had a million, would they all be getting on? I don't know. But I don't do it for subs. I don't do it for subs. 150 years our ancestors descended from heavens to engineer the first human beings. To us, they are giants. They ruled as gods over mankind. Now that new evidence and scientific research acknowledges their existence on Earth, but reveals they will return. The truth of their real origin and purpose is much more bizarre and amazing than anything previously believed. Yeah, and that old stuff I was watching last night, Petrified Giants, because I've seen all that before, and all about the Elohim and this, that and the other, and yeah, from the Garden of Eden to the Great Flood, from the God of the Bible to the secrets of yeah, all shall be revealed. I think it will be. And I think it'll be the likes of people on YouTube talking about it. I don't know if it's the government that will reveal everything. I don't know if they're going to bring some sort of stuff out, and I mean with Q and everyone, because also somebody was talking about the other day, a lot of the alliance with Q, a lot of the alliance, you know, the rebels, the alliance that are helping are in Germany. Now that would make sense, as in Maria Orkic, let's go back there, the Vril Society that some people think was bad but it wasn't, were German. Antennae were in contact with extraterrestrials, and knowing that we're God creators anyway, we are our own creators, we are God spark, so we're all gods of our own, we are our own creators as well. There's all that stuff. We are powerful beings. They want to make us out that we're not powerful beings. They hide it from us. We all are. But that thing of, apparently there's a lot of, the Anunnaki, there's a lot of the alliance in Germany. That does make sense. People might think, oh, that's a bad thing, is it? No, not if you look into it. Were the Anunnaki good? Were they bad? Is the Anunnaki Enki, the Book of Enoch? One was a bit better and the other one wanted for humanity or whatever. So it's all that fighting thing going on again. The descendants, Maria. Her descendants, Maria. Maybe, if you think about it, she had, on that video, she had a lot of people that followed her. And people will say, oh yeah, but she was German, she was this, she was a Nazi. No, Hitler got involved with her because he wanted to know what she knew and was very interested in all that. That's where the bell came from, her knowledge. That's where the technology of UFO technology, the bell, if you don't know about that, you need to go and look into it, came from. But he said, you can carry on doing your research, you know, with ETs in your hair and all that and your antennae, but you need to tell us, you know, what's been said or what's been given to you, because we want to use it, you know, to take over the world or whatever, you know. And they got all these, like, you know, technologies and stuff through them. But apparently Maria was a humanist. She was like Tesla and wanted things for humanity, but they got in there, didn't they? Like, they got in everywhere. No. 1% of the population want war, the rest of us I love and want experience the true meaning of this world. That's why the shift is here. That's what I believe, Dave, because that's what I've been saying from the beginning. They don't want you to know, and they've kept it a secret, fear-mongering with films and all this lot of there's more of us than them. And there's more on this planet, though they don't put it in mainstream media, they keep us fighting with different religions and what's going on now with people in that country and that religion, and they say, oh, look at more fighting. Yeah, there's people getting peed off, yeah, because they don't know the truth. And people are going to get mad when they find the truth out anyway, but they've got to learn to calm down a little bit. There's more people globally, no matter what skin colour you are, what religion, just want to live in peace and love. That is all it's about. Truth, peace and love. There's more of us that want to live like that than there is of them. That's why they'll be disappearing. That's why Q's here and the Alliance. That's helping on that side of it. People think, oh, it's to do with politics, Trump and all that. No, it's not. Trump loves his country. He said America first, then the world. It's about uniting. It's about bringing truth to the people. You're not going to like some of it, but you need to know. Yeah, love will win. Love will build the bridge. Love wins always. There's more people around the world globally. They make out there isn't. There is. There's more of us than them. Some people have been, we've all been deceived. Some people have been brainwashed. Some people are this. Some people are in a low frequency on drugs, smoking, even though they've got people doing that. Drugs, this, that and the other. People who like being evil, basically, because they've got them, I don't know, energies, negative thought forms, entities, whatever you want to call it, in them. And, you know, but there is more good, as I've always said, than there is bad. That's how I see it. Thank you, Dave, because someone I talked to sort of thinks the internet is bad, and I was like, no. So since the internet was invented, I've discovered my own truth and seen a lot more on the same path. Exactly, and I've said that to my friend. I said, no, there's more people finding stuff out and being able to talk to people, and you can see how many people are on the same path, even if they're a bit off course or they're not believing that little bit, like people come in and go, oh, I'm not onto that, but I'm onto that. It doesn't matter. People are still realising things, and that's amazing, I think. Amazing. So I believe that as well. Somebody go, yeah, but it's sending you there because it's AI. No, it's not. There's more people connecting. That's why not all technology is bad. They go on about ego. Ego can be good sometimes, but oh, here's Callum. Speak of the devil. Well, you do talk about the internet as in people aren't connecting, because it's Callum who says that. You have said that. You've said things like, not being nasty, things like, you know, oh, the thing is, you can see videos and like it and think, oh, yeah, and then you sort of think, oh, I'm not sure, and then you go off and think, nah. I said I see people connecting all over the world with the same sort of, going on the same sort of path and learning things, and you were like, no, I don't see it, but you don't look at the things I look at. I watch a lot, and I see a lot of people talking about, doesn't have to be exactly the same, but they're all wanting to move, ascension, shift, elevate, move to a better place, be good, love and light and all that. So, no, I said the rabbit holes are endless. Yeah, they are. They're not pointless. They're not pointless to me. You need to go through some rabbit holes. Especially the people who didn't know about them, because you know. Oh, yeah, they do. No, Callum's not being nasty. He knows what I'm talking about. But I do think we're here all chose to be here on Earth. So do I. As this time, I wonder if we all knew each other. Yeah. Well, I think I also say Sean. Shane on Bias on the Fence was talking about that today. His wife, he asked them that thing that you get hypnotised, and his wife knew such and such a body, and you could know each other from before. So you could have been friends, lovers. As I said, the film ages ago, Cloud Atlas. If you haven't seen Cloud Atlas, please go and watch it. You're like, I believe in that. And I believe there's a lot of things here right now because there's a change. It is a shift, which happens all the time. Solar flashes, whatever you want to call them. But a little bit's gone on this time. That's just a little bit more help and a bit more of a push, because I think we should have done it ages ago, but we sort of got delayed. We have all been here before, yeah, and I think we've always known. Yeah, that's what I believe. That's why I always say you resonate with stuff. Some people say, oh, it's AI. Like, no, you resonate with stuff. That thing today, that I'll show you. If anyone wasn't in before, woke up this morning, bit of a head, was chilling out, listening to birds singing. Watched Shane first thing in the morning. As we all here before, I truly believe, I believe we were. We wouldn't know you if it wasn't for the internet. We wouldn't know a lot of things if it wasn't for the internet. That's how they kept. That's the biggest mistake they made, was getting the internet out. Yeah, we all know that, but it's not all bad. So when I got up this morning, as I said, I was watching Unbiased on the Fence, and I went to check my video at some comments, and I couldn't get my head round. I didn't know anybody on the chat. I had moderators in there, and I was like, I can't give the mod mode out. So what's going on there? I'll show you again if you didn't see the beginning. There's me talking. They are not people from my chat. They are off Shane's chat off Unbiased on the Fence. Because there's April and all these people are not off my chat. Moderator, that's who was talking today, saying they call it the pork chop gang if anyone's from over there. I was like, how can my live chat be Shane's live chat on my video? And it happened 3 times. And I was like, eh? That's what I was saying. Soul Family Shane over there. And there's a close-up that I took of the chat. You can see that's me there with my blue jumper on. This is not my live chat. I was like, I don't recognise anybody. Well, I did, but not of my... I was like, who's that? But I woke up this morning. I thought, oh, just check. Tapped on the top chat so you can see the chat come down like I can now. Shane, I've just been watching Shane's chat, came up where my chat is, and I was like, what? Yeah, then it comes in freeze. So all these signs I keep getting. I was like, so I tapped on it again because I thought something's going on. 3 times I was like, and then it went off. So let me check if it's there again. I don't think it'll be doing it now, but I was like, what is going on? So it was from last night. Let me just check. I don't think it'll be there now. It's bonkers. No, it's back to normal now. It's got all you lot on it. 3 times it had Shane's on, and I was like, what is going on? Well, come on, Callum, what's your hang on, let me get a drink. What's your thing on the Ascension? What's happening? Because when my sister came round today, when I didn't realise she was coming around, and I just told her about it, and she watched Q, she's seen Q, the Plan to Save the World, but she was like, oh yeah, they said, she even gave me a cuddle when she went, we're all doing it, you know, she's not even into all that, but she went, oh yeah, I've known, blah, 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 blah. Come on, Callum, I want to know your thing on Solar Flash. See, some people think we're just going to, like, blow up. That's why I think they put out in films, they wouldn't want you standing in the light. You've got to hide somewhere. It's like, no. Ron switched to another channel 3 times from regular stream to Crown IT. I was told I was working. Yeah, they've been trying to censor, haven't they, and mess about with stuff. Hey, England, rugby did good today. Oh, good. Yeah, I like rugby. Home finishes in April. My phone switched to another channel 3 times from regular switching channels. I just couldn't believe I saw Dean Cain on Fox News today. That's who used to play Superman. I was like, he's a bit bigger, but I was like, oh, he's a good guy. Glad he played Superman. Ah, thank you. Every day I think about not using my phone really. I know, no. That's why I've been sat doing this today, because like I said, this picture totally changed from what it was, because you layer it up, looks nothing like it did. Obviously it's changing, and I shouldn't really be showing you, but you won't see these done until Friday anyway. But it's all about soul family. That's what I was messing about with today. But I do believe we all are soul sisters and brothers. But yeah, so I can watch telly, but I'll miss Dolly. I'm not in every night. Yellow vest protest, yeah, that's going on. I watched a bit of Eddie today. Eddie's okay. Yeah, it's all going on. What is it? What's happening on the 5th? And something Trump's tweeted out as well, but I can't remember. I care, but I know they'll find the light if they keep searching. I can't stand those the whole time you like. Whole time you like. I was saying. Okay. Yeah. I heard solar flash with the plasma. That's why the evil elites have bunk. That's what I said. Yeah, we all die, they live. But President Trump fixed that and destroyed all the bunkers. Yeah, we did destroy all the bunkers. So if you think about it, just saying, you know, you don't have to believe it. I don't believe it hurts us if your essence is good. You know what I mean? Your moral compass is good, but it would them, because they don't hold love, do they? They're a negative frequency, so they go underground till it all, you know, to save themselves and come back out for that flash, for that frequency, for that energy. But we all know from last year, they went underground last year as well. There was a lot of booms going off in America, and also they spent billions on sending the military underground bunkers, which are all around the world, going after them and blowing them up, because they're not going underground hiding from it. No, that's what they were going to do, but their false one they were going to do was, you know, like Project Bluebeam or the nuclear war that Hillary was going to try and set off. She was going to basically get America nuked and blame it on Russia and World War III, and that'd be the start of that. But the natural one that's coming in is, what do you want to call it? Cosmic flash, solar flash, whatever. They don't hold God's source. No, they don't. That's what I said before. Because the Antichrist coming in is not what you think it is. The Antichrist was a New World Order. That is not coming in because the Alliance has been taking it down. The Antichrist is Antichrist. If you're Antichrist and don't believe in Christ, you don't have to be religious. I'm not religious, but I do believe Jesus was a real man, like I've said before, showing people how to ascend, how to live and love in light. They sacrificed him like they sacrificed everything else. They are Antichrist because they don't believe in Christ consciousness, Jesus, God, whatever you want to call it. I call it God source consciousness, Christ consciousness, that's within as well. Same sort of thing. Is they're the Antichrist because they believe in Satan and they're satanic and they believe in them old rituals for that. That's what the Antichrist is. You're either pro-Trump or anti-Trump. You're either pro-God, Christ, source, whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter, or you're anti. You're an atheist, you don't believe it, whatever. That's what it was. That's why I believe if it's flat earth and they say globe and they want everyone on that side, even if that's a dividing thing, I don't really know, I'm just saying, then it's because it says that in the Bible, flat, so that's another not believing in God thing. And that's why they pump all this stuff out, like singers, they just put all this Antichrist stuff out, don't they, in videos? We've seen it. So, you know, Antichrist is people who don't believe in it. The New World Order would have been the Antichrist, as we know, because that Antichrist was coming at the same time when she would have finished topping that pyramid off, was the Antichrist. New World Order. The one we want is a new world. The golden era. Some people think that's bad. I don't. Oh, which was that Fifth World? Where at? Sorry, I was telling July I can't stay in big show lives. It's like someone was telling me about a certain channel that I used to watch, and they won't talk about JFK Jr. And when they've shouted it out loads of times over there, they get scolded, and that's why I left there, because they won't talk about it. So how can there be research when they don't even talk about it? Like, what's going on? Yes, calm down, Lee. Blah, blah, blah. I've seen vids on YouTube, 5th and the 8th Evo show. Yeah, 5th and the 8th. They're going about going to the 5th, the 7th and the 8th. That we talking about frequencies and stuff. What do you mean, Fifth World? The channels, everything else is distraction. Which channels do you mean? Yeah, you get a lot of flirts on here, but, you know, just join in with people. I'm not flirting with anybody. What do you mean, 5th? Oh. The system is due to cross the closest to Earth in the next few days. They're saying about the 5th, aren't they? Because it all coincides with Trump and the 5th of February. What's the date today, actually? Oh, it's like the 5th of February. A lot of things are done by the 5th of February. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Lee the 5th has... What's BF mean? Oh, boyfriend. Oh, he's flirting with 5th now. See the golden era, child. Oh, there's and did a quantum computers climbs the golden route through the... Oh, yeah. Our science, it is golden and walks on water. Oh. You see, and everything's so, like, twisted and this, that and the other. You got hidden from a big one. What sort of channels were they 5th talking about? What? Because that's what I mean. They have videos about the essentialists, that the other people, and some people, they twist things, don't they? It's nearly my birthday. It's my friend's birthday before me, and I've wrapped her present up in my little wrapping paper that I designed. Made her some presents. Oh, I watch the Leap Project sometimes. Alien telepathic bugs. Do I think I'll ever meet a man? Well, I know the two men I've got to concentrate on in a minute are my sons. Thinking about it, probably not until the Ascension thing or this thing. I'd like when we definitely know what's what and there's no like. I don't actually think it's that important at the minute. I used to, and I did for a little bit, and I used to years ago. But it is that thing of loving yourself, isn't it? First and foremost. Yes, I have got children. So it's not as important as it used to be. It's important. Well, it's not important. It's good, but it's not important as it used to be. All truth, all channels, all supporting the Saint and Matrix, and people are completely fooled, and it's making me crazy. Yeah, Saturn, sorry, yeah. Oh, I said Satan. Yeah, I said the right thing anyway. Yeah. That's why Q said be careful who you follow. It's like Alan was saying, like, oh, there's things, but there is, but there's good people putting channels out there. Just because people have got millions of bloody followers doesn't mean that they're pumping out the truth. But like I said, you can go and watch a channel. I can get obsessed with things, watch it. But then after a bit, I'll be like, no, I don't actually believe that bit. Actually, I think it's that. So I do think the internet's good. It's mainstream media, that's a word. Yes, they do have mainstream media on here. People say, yes, it's who owns mainstream media. We know that. But there's more chance of us saying stuff on here than there is on the BBC, because the BBC won't let you do anything. Oh, Callum's gone now. Laters. Donald Trump, when he took oath of office, he was 70. Oh, yeah, 70 years, 7 months, and 7 days old, and his mother's name is Mary. Oh, yeah. Did say to a friend the other day, listen to this one. Donald J. Trump, John in the Bible. His uncle was called John, Bible. John, JFK Jr.'s John, he's coming back. John. Yeah. No wonder you've got 7-7. Yeah. Yeah, Callum should come in more and talk to you all, because he doesn't talk to you all. He should talk to you all even if he doesn't like some of the things I say. But yeah, send him a big heart. He's a good person. The fear and doom poem is, yeah, and what grows a faster channel. Exactly. John, yes, and it's also Cyan in Welsh or Cornish, and it's similar to that. I was just thinking the other day, I thought, Donald John Trump. John. You can't write this, can you? I believe that in the long run, they will pay not a threat. It's just the way it is. Yeah. We'll meet you all. Yep. Apparently St. Michael's Mount in Cornwall has as nose as Murray. Oh. Well, they did say something about Cornwall and Trump and the Round Table and something or other, and I can't remember. And I do believe you'll be getting tax, like what Gaddafi did and that, tax, and no one will have world debts and debts and stuff like that, because it's not our fault that we're in debt. They make us in debt. Taxes. It's even like taxes if you're going self-employed. You shouldn't have to pay anything on anything. You shouldn't have to, when you die, the money goes to the government. Your family don't get a lot of it, like your house, this, that, and the other. Sod off. Do you know what I mean? And that's what Shane was talking about today, like talking about the woman he was on with, something about going to flea markets and this, that, the other, and oh yeah, when you barter, or some people, I don't know what they call them, where you go to market but you can swap things. That's how it should be. I was actually saying that to a friend the other day, we were talking about that. You can swap things, because you'd barter, wouldn't you, and be like, oh, do you need this? Like, do you need a painting? I'll swap you for that. I need a pair of boots. What have you got? Yeah, we do love Callum. He should come in, but I think he hates me sometimes, not in a bad way. Oh, I can't believe you just said that. That's what people used to say ages ago. I don't think I look that much like her, but when I was a bit younger and I had my hair down dark, people used to say that, funnily enough. But I believe good things are coming. That's all I really wanted to come on and say, really. I just really do believe good things are coming. It's not good coming if you're in a negative frequency. That's why people are saying get on a higher frequency. We're saying about meditation and this, that, and the other, but one of the biggest things you can do is, like I've said, watch people you like watching that make you happy. Listen to music that makes you happy. Be careful what you're listening to and watching. Do things that make you happy. Do things that make you laugh. That will put you in high frequency. Drink lots of water. Yeah, just do everything you love. That's why I have to say no to things sometimes, because even if it's just sitting out, I just have to do the things I love. You've got to learn to say no sometimes. I look like your spirit guide. Oh, you never know. That's where I'm torn. The good people that are still serving the beast system. They're making a choice to serve the wrong thing that they can. This is what I was saying to someone the other day, right? It's not their fault that they're serving the beast system because a lot of them are asleep. And when people go on at me, oh, I don't think Trump's doing this. I think he's the other side of the coin. He's just as evil. It's just a big thing to like pull the wool over your eyes. It's to keep you having the faith so you believe something better's coming in, but it's not. Well, why the hell would they do that with the Q movement anyway? You might as well have just let Hillary win. What's the point in going from all this when you just let Hillary win and the New World Order win? What's the point? This is what I go on, is if this ascension we move, I think people are just going to move because people who are truly not really evil in all the stuff they've done, I think will feel the shift because they don't know they're being deceived. And that's why the whole thing, as I say, is yes, there is an alliance. Even if you don't believe in Q and all that, I believe it's all connected because they have to wake the people up, and people have said, oh yeah, but they can't do that. It's not free will. It's not free will that people have been deceived. So it's the same thing. It's not free will, yes, but we've been deceived. If we were supposed to grow the natural way, how we came into this planet, whatever it is, and we had to learn how we are, but in the way we were supposed to, we would be more evolved now. But we got stopped. So to me, we have to know, and then when you know, then you can go and do the proper research and start doing that path and whatever the world is, getting on a different frequency to love the way we should have done. But we got stopped, so it's not even their fault. They don't know, but they're going to abruptly find out because people say, yeah, but they can't abruptly find out. It's not free will. It's not free will that they've got deceived. So it has to come out because they've deceived us. Is that not like, does that not make sense? Because that makes sense to me. But these parasites can't live in truth. They don't like people with truth. They don't like the light. They don't like love. So the more people wake up in love, they just go, Q said, to be eradicated off the earth. They can't hold a pure, loving, happy, positive energy. That's why you've got to pump positivity out as much as you can in whatever way you do it. Whatever way you feel you can do it, do it. Yes, we get dragged down now and again, but you've got to keep pumping it out because that's what's going to make it sort of evaporate, sort of thing. You know what I mean? So if you had a choice, bite the apple or not. Well, that's the red and the blue pill, isn't it? I'd rather know. I took the red pill. Once you've had the red pill, you can't not see what you've seen before. I'd rather know the truth. What it's all about is being aware. That's what it's all about. Spirituality means consciousness. It's about being aware. You can't be aware of danger and all that if you don't know about what dangers are out there. But you need to be aware. You need to be aware of what's going on. So you don't put yourself in certain situations of getting deceived or going to Hollywood and thinking in fame's all this, that and the other, and then you find out it's completely something totally different and then you can't get out of it because you've sold your soul to the devil, let's say, to a negative energy system, and you can't get out of it. You need to be aware. Some people are aware, but there are a lot of people that aren't. And the only way they're going to know is when they find out truth. Yeah, it's not nice, but then we can get on with it the way we were supposed to, the way it was meant to be. This is not the way it was meant to be. Yes, deception is certainly unlawful through not in illegal. I suppose the legal system is one big deception. Yes, it is. Look at what's happening now with Planned Parenthood. 9 months, they say you get rid of a baby. So, but that's all showing that it's going to show you what mainstream media are pumping out to people. It's going to catch them in their tracks because, like Q said, mainstream media is the enemy of the world, is the enemy of the people. They're getting filmed in their tracks of what's going on. They'll let them carry on because it's not going to be carrying on for long. The 5th of Feb. Everybody's lying. But that's what I'm saying to people who say, oh no, they can't drop it out there. Trump's not doing anything. You can't just give the keys to the universe, whatever you want to say it is. It's like, well, yes, we can, because they were deceived anyway. So, yeah, we used to be helpful. That's what I mean, but people don't know what they're doing. We're dumbed down, we're blindfolded, where the foods that you eat and all that dumbs you down and stuff and keeps you raging and this, that and the other. So yeah, you can start seeing people for who they really are now. Evil's not even trying to hide anymore. No, it's not, and they're getting seen for what they are. And Q did say they won't be able to walk down the street soon, because once people know, it's game over, like I've said before. You can't have secret societies and hide when everybody knows and we can see you for what you are, who you are. There's more of us than there is of them. Thank you, Tapper. I do, and it's knackering, and yeah. But I come on here and talk about things to talk about because it's what I believe to be true, and I know there's a lot of you in here who think the same sort of thing or near enough on the same lines. So if I believe something, that's what I talk about. That's why no one can get me off it. That's why I haven't moved off it yet. Like I may, go on to something else, but it's not happened yet. I know I don't do it as much as I used to with the Q thing, though. It's all part of everything. But being positive and doing my art and stuff like that, and I can see it when I come on here because of the comments I get and people that comment and stuff, and through my art channel the other day, that's a positive thing, even if it's just art. Positivity. No, that's good, Lee. That's good. Good that you've got flowers in and a fluffy rug. That is what the community was about. Barn building, planting, sowing. We all helped. Yes. And that's how it should go back to community, helping each other to grow food. This is what I'm saying, the golden age I think would be, we'd sort of go, I don't mean we're going to go back to the Stone Age, but I think, you could be helping in communities. They could have grow gardens where you go and grow. We wouldn't work as much because you wouldn't need to work as much because you wouldn't need as much money because you wouldn't be paying stupid taxes and energy bills that we don't need because there's free energy, and we don't need to pay taxes because we didn't start the wars, they did. So we wouldn't have to work as lot, but we could spend more time talking to friends, meeting up with friends, being with your family, being with loved ones, helping your neighbours, growing food, helping each other to build houses and all that sort of stuff. That's what we should be doing. Fact. I'm good at art. Maybe I could make things for people. They could do that. They could do this. Thank you, Dave. That's what I was saying. Soul family. You come on here and you're vibing. Your soul family. Yeah, you've got a fluffy one and you've got a hide. This is what I'm saying. People can channel, people can do this, people can do it through their art. This is what I did today. It's not finished, but it says soul family, and then it'll have a picture of, they're like little angels. So I will show you on Friday how it turns out, because that's just what I believe. It comes through my art. I know it does. It comes through my art. You're in bed with a brew watching. Did. But like I said, it was a beautiful day today. It was like a new world today. It was beautiful. It's still cold over here, but the sky was really fresh, sunny, beautiful. I was like, come on, world. Come on, world. You know what I'm looking at? It's like, come on, world. The world is winning. what time is it anyway? I'll be going soon anyway. I just wanted to say, you know, it's just fifth world. What did they say about the hummingbird again? It's the frequency. Did they say about the hummingbird? I always forget. But I'm just loving birds. I think I will have to get a bird as a pet when I've got some spare cash, but I can't get it yet because I might be going to Ireland and I can't get it and then go, you know, I have to be around it and train it for a while. But I think I do want a birdie. I had a pigeon in the garden before. I was throwing out, I just hear the birds in the morning, they're just gorgeous. Source frequency here representing source when they show up for you, direct source again. The first time I saw a real hummingbird, I know you get them in America, was in France when I went to France when I was about 20 something. And I was just stood there talking to someone. It was about that big as well. And it just went zoom. And it was right near me there. And I was like, and I went, oh my God, they're so cute because they don't look like they have legs because they're tucked in and they're like, they just hover and they're just like amazeballs. And I think I'm going to have to start painting them because I just think like they're the cutest things, the birds, that I've ever... They're tiny, it looked like a little fairy. I was like, oh my God, it's so cute. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, yeah, cloudy days because we should have the sunshine. That's why everyone gets that disorder thing when it's not sunny and everyone gets moody. They try and put it, I think we know they've got weather technology. They do that to hide the sun because we all work off the sun as well and it makes you happy and joyful, and we just have to have clouds and chemtrails everywhere and everything blocking the sun up. Not today, it was beautiful. They look like normal fluffy clouds, but it was beautiful. Oh. A hummingbird animal totem pole can offer you endless insight and wisdom. It is not commonly known that the fluttering wings of the hummingbird move in the pattern of an infinity symbol. That's what it is then. I knew there was something with this. That's why it's got a little heart on it. I will be making some more of these. I've got another one on the go actually. It needs painting up. I just need to get all my wares out, don't I, that I'm making. Because I haven't done my bracelets yet, so if you're listening, they're nearly ready. It's because I've got loads of different colours of different ones coming, and some earrings, and some magnets, and some paintings, and some bags, and some, I don't know, endless stuff. Eight again. Oh my God, yeah. Didn't even think. The infinity symbol, 8, and my first name's the number 8, and the 17 I always see, which is 1, and 7, which is 8, which I'm not joking, I see it everywhere. I went on a channel before, 17 comments, 17, I'm just like, but it's the number 8, nothing's random. Oh, I was going to ask about, what the bracelets. Yeah, it's because I've got a couple of colours coming, so I want to do the colours first. I thought I'd get them done, but I'm going to do some more tomorrow, jewellery tomorrow. Not unless you want one in a colour and I can make one up, so that's alright anyway. I've got a lot of colours, yellow, brown, pink, purple, red, blue, whatever. What do you think the tat is on my arm? It's Mother Nature. It's just not finished off. Mother Nature. I want a hummingbird. Magnet I will pay. Yeah, I've got to make some up. And I'll make some up because I'm going to do them anyway because I do think they're really cute. And it was my little design as well. Little hummingbird. The 8 angels on the Most High. I keep getting those messages. Oh, maybe that's where the 8 came in. I was like, ugh. But I'm going to go now because I'm just going to go and chill out with the brew for a bit and watch some art stuff because that's what I love watching. And I might see you tomorrow, I don't know. I'm sure I'll wake up to Shane's video and 17 likes or whatever's going on. But yes, I will be sorting this out today. I was going to have a day of painting today and tomorrow's my jewellery, so I will be knocking some more of these out. But I think I don't know what am I on Instagram, Dolly Daydream Designs. I put my stuff up on there as well. But yeah, I've got to make some more of my jewellery. Hummingbird symbol in a dream. HB symbol in a dream is a positive one. Yeah, represents freedom and independence. Brilliant. You feel secure about your current actions and you know that's good. One night I was playing my Native American flute. I want a Native American flute. I just want to along the Delaware River. Look, of hummingbirds came all around me. Oh my God. When I go down in a country part near me, I always get that red robin. Remember the video I put up? And birds come in the garden and that's what I hear. I hear this in the morning. I think I showed it the other day. This was this morning and the other morning and most mornings. When you're listening and not thinking about, oh, what have I got to do now is get my breakfast, this, that and the other. My mum passed on it. Did she? Wow. I don't mean wow she passed, I mean the numbers. So, gone. Don't know if you can hear it. We get a louder one. Birds. Pretty. Sorry, I didn't see all your chat then. What have you all just said? 8 groups. 8 groups of the 8 groups of 8 groups of angels. Great W. Oh. Oh, thank you. I have many flutes. Oh, I love the flutes. I know what you meant, I always. No, I'm not angry, Lee. Why are you saying I'm angry? Oh, thank you. I don't know how you play it. I'd just be like, do, 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 do. You sound like someone else who normally comes on. A bit, fishy. I don't know how I can be angry talking about birds. Blue jays, what are they like? Bluebirds, what are they? I don't know, but I did see the jets, the Q post with big blue stuff coming out of the jets. I was like, oh, look like new technology energy, the big beam of blue light that went over New York. If anyone knows what I'm talking about. I'm coming to America in October. Coming to America. Woo! Gonna get my mum and my sister to dance to that in the airport or maybe sing it when we're on the plane. I think it'd be quite funny. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying, LA Taylor. You know what sort of thing I'm on. You never know. Well, they've gone over to Iran, haven't they? Something I don't know. Oh, who wrote a song? Oh, that's nice. I know it's a thing that comes out, but I'm just saying, you know, blue. You know, the blue. Thank you for tonight. Nice to have a lovely bunch of people warming up on Saturday evening. Oh, thank you. Well, thank you for. That's what I mean. If I'm inspiring people to write songs, paint, go and look at something, keeping a positive vibe, that's what it's all about. It doesn't matter if I'm talking about Q, this, that, and the bit. It's what you're getting out of it, I see. Thank you. But yes, thank you all for coming over, and that is true. Wave just said thank you for tonight, warming up with a lovely bunch of people, because you are a lovely bunch of people, and Callum should stay longer and talk to everybody. Blue jays are angry with birds inside. But yes, I'll be jewellery making tomorrow. Thank you, Dave. Love you all too. I think you're all brilliant. But yes, I'll be finishing this off and showing you on Friday, because I'll be doing some small artwork first. I'll start small and then go bigger. I'll be looking into. The thing is, Dave, if I do a sort of Native American Indian, it will be on this size first, if that's all right, because I just need to start warming up with my painting skills. But if I do, it'll have to be in my sort of style, with elements of what you want in my sort of style, because that's what I hate about commissions, because I'm like, if it doesn't feel like me, I don't enjoy it. But if it feels like I can do it in my own, do my own thing, then I'm all right. All moved and settled. Oh, you all moved and settled. It was the best thing. Remember that just a couple of months ago. Yes, Fifth World. I'm so glad, because you weren't happy where you were. So I'm so glad you moved. The universe has our back more than it ever has been. Yeah, it does. It does. You've got to ask and believe it, and it does. Works in mysterious, weird ways, but it does. I'm going to ask President Trump for a new holiday, a Dolly Daydream Day. Yay! Can you imagine? It's a Dolly Daydream Day today, where you're allowed to daydream all day and have a day off work. That'd be brilliant. Yeah, is that okay? Okay, I'll look into it. I'll have to find your email again and see what you wanted on it, but I'd have to do it in my style, because it'll have my energy on it. Because if I'm sat there painting thinking, oh, I don't like doing it this way, oh God, I really don't enjoy it now, that's bad energy. So I need to be going, yes, I love this, I do it my way. Ugh. And then it's good energy then. Right, brilliant. So I love you and leave you, and I will see you when I see you. So enjoy your evening, day, morning, whatever it is. And I'll see you when I see you. It might be tomorrow, but I don't know. I might have a night off because I've got a lot of jewellery making to do. So yeah, I love you all. So see you soon. Bye. Where we go one week.